Yo, 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 what it do, what it do, yo, 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 what it do, what it do. It is episode 43 of the L.A Khalil podcast. I am joined by the co-hosts with the Moses, Cheyenne, the Jam. He said, just get it off rip. We're going off rip, off the dome. Let's talk about it. Conor McGregor breaking his ankle, shattering his dreams. What do you have to say? First of all, I guess he's not going to fucking bleed to death, but, he's still here, though. What do you got to say to Conor McGregor, man? Tell him. The two-pack of
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Hey, show some respect, okay? Show some respect. Thank you. Thank you. He is the Irishman. Conor McGregor is the Irishman, okay? Okay, show some respect. Thank you. I think Conor McGregor's what, 25 and 6 now? 22 and 6? I can't recall. But
Something. Not
something like
good
that.
recently. One win since Obama.
Think about it, all right? When Obama was in place in the president's seat in the White House, what was happening? We had views. We had, if you're reading this, it's too late. We had Take Care. We had Miami LeBron. We had the Heat, the Heatles. Think about it. Think about music. Think about what the time was. It was a time to be alive when Obama was in office.
Exactly. We had Donald Sterling.
We had him, and then we got rid of him. Like it was a, you know what I mean. We had him, but he he wasn't ours to claim. Donald
Right.
Sterling was. He and it seems like we got rid of one Donald to get another one, like a worse Donald in the world. But that's neither here or there. Yeah, I think Obama time was a pretty alright time, but yeah, Conor McGregor breaking his ankle, his wife flipping him off, or the whatever he faced, the opponent that he had, his wife flipping him off, like no remorse. I think it's
I
time.
don't want to. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but it's most likely it for his career. Not like a sad thing. He's a Hall of Famer in the sport,
Yeah,
and he's made several $100 million. He has a
sick.
family for himself, and that's the thing. I listened to a Habib interview today, and he was basically they asked him about it, and because Connor he's kind of on and off. He went to boxing for a while, and he's Habib said it perfectly. Other sports, basketball, soccer, baseball, football, you can play those sports, but you can't play fighting.
You can't.
It's a life. It's your life.
You fighting, and that is something we're gonna do. We're gonna fight. We're gonna spar. Not spar, but we're going to face one another.
A charity boxing match for the Cheyenne the Jam
Yeah,
fund
celebrity.
for
It's going to a charity of the winner. Okay. Um, when it comes to fighting, either fighting for your life, fighting for survival, fighting for your kids, it is literally instincts. You have to go all the way. And when you reach a level of celebrity and a level of success in fighting, you start thinking differently. You start thinking about your health. You start thinking about your availability. You start thinking about long-term health and availability. You're talking about your kids. You're talking about your wife. You're talking about
exactly when you
feeling
enter
good.
that when you enter that ring and you go through a rough fight, you leave a part of yourself in that ring. And
Exactly.
I mean, maybe football I can understand, but most sports you can't say the same.
You can't. Like you have to. First of all, Khabib, 29-0. You know, like that is not easy. That is not easy. And for him to only have lost a round, yo, talk about GOAT status right there. Talk about it. Like that is not easy, And for Connor, the same thing can be said for Ronda Rousey. Those two are pretty much the same, just different sex, different genders. Very competitive, very vocal, very braggadocious, very in your face, and then they reached such a peak, and after they peaked, it was just a decline. You see Ronda Rousey was in Fast and Furious. She's in the WWE. Connor, he's buying yachts that comes with another yacht. Like the money is there, the success is there, the comfortability is there. And if you're not training, if you're not living, if you're not breathing, fighting, you start thinking, well, what is there to really fight for? I have what I want. I have money. You know, Connor. I know where Connor's coming from. He was fighting to get onto this type of stage. You know, he was bare knucking fighting in Ireland. You know, like his girlfriend really held him down for him to even be able to be in this position. And when you come from that type of poverty and that type of low income lifestyle to what you have now, take in the success, take in the body, the mind, the soul. And that's no, you don't want to really do that no more. And he was granted a fight with a fighter that was losing a bunch of times to try to get him back into the gear, but it's just not there. And for Connor, for him being so hit and miss, not just with fighting, but with his attitude, being he's either gonna be humble, he's gonna humble you to death, or he's gonna fucking kill you. You know, like he's gonna do all of that. You're dead, man. You know what I mean? Like it's there needs to be some stability or consistency with them amongst them. And this is coming from a Conor McGregor fan and a fan of his story, not just his fighting. You know, his success in the octagon, but of his story.
Yeah, you bring up consistency, and that's important because if you're humble 6 months ago and now you're talking all this, it's just it's hard for a viewer to look at that person and feel that they're authentic.
Right. It's hard for me to look at someone. I mean, not me personally, but as a fan, like okay, if I'm getting into UFC or trying to find a guy that I can look into in the UFC, you would if you want to be interested, if you want to get excited for the fight, you go to Conor McGregor. But if you're really into the sport of fighting, in the UFC, like you said, a Khabib is someone, or even a Nick Diaz. And Nick Diaz is coming back, you know. And so it depends on what you want. Like, I can't really say, and this isn't even. I mean, boxing is fighting to a degree. Like the only exception is Floyd Mayweather, because not only did he give you, I'm rich, I got this, I'm money, but he's undefeated, 50-0, big time, and that's not easy too. And what he did, he trained, he lived, he breathed boxing, and he just outsmarted everybody while doing so, you know. But shout out to Connor and whoever beat him. I was not interested in whoever he was facing, just seeing him fight. But hopefully, his ankle, his body gets healed up as fast and as swiftly as possible, because you never want to see someone go down like that. You we watched a UFC fight a few months ago where, okay, just take for example, me and you are sparring. Me and you are fighting. I kick you, but my leg is the one that breaks. That happened. Where I kicked your leg and my leg, dot dot dot, snap. You're done, done for. That is crazy, you know. And you never want to see a fighter or opponent ever go through that type of occurrence. Prayers to everyone involved. Hope to see Conor McGregor be successful in something else. Like you said, I agree that his time is about wrapped up. Unless he really turns into another beast, but be the same animal, it's a wrap. Took too many chances. Now, still to talk about sports, Nick Diaz is coming back. Shout out to Nick Diaz. He had took. You remember that hit that like broke part of his skull a few years
Yeah.
ago? To see him back in the octagon, see him at least sign that he's back. Much love to him and his brother. NBA talk though, that's the juicy part that I want to talk about. Listen, we got Giannis, we got the Suns. We're in Game 4. Game 4 is soon to be among us. Phoenix is 2-1. Two in Phoenix land. One Milwaukee got their one in Milwaukee. Well, the Bucks got their one game in Milwaukee. Now we got to head to Game 4, still in Milwaukee. Who do you have? Is it 3-1 or 2-2?
3-1.
Oh man, why
I
3-1?
think whoever, I don't know exactly, but if the Suns win this game, they're probably winning the series.
Yeah.
I said Suns in 6 to begin with. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay.
But hey, the fact that Giannis came back for game 1
Mhm.
and checked it out.
Yeah.
And he hasn't missed a beat. He's really putting up historic numbers for a guy that really doesn't know basketball.
For a
I'm
guy
not,
who can't play basketball,
yeah,
he's really like kind of good at this thing.
yeah.
I think just to prolong it, I say it's 2-2. I think Milwaukee would get their game, their two games in Bucks would get their two games in Milwaukee just so to make it a bit more interesting. Now I am in favor of Phoenix getting a game in Milwaukee to make it 3-1. I think get this thing over with. Let these guys get their time off and everything. But you said six. I can see six. I would like to see seven just because it's the finals and everything. But if they win, if Phoenix win Game 4, they're winning Game 5. I guarantee it. You're not losing in Phoenix. Now with this team, you're not. They're the Phoenix are like the Golden State at the Oracle. They're there. They are there and present. But it makes me think because with slow this down a little bit. The NBA, no more NBA talk. We're talking about world talk. We're talking about international talk, Olympic talk, rings. All right. The Team USA took 2 L's from Nigeria and Australia. You know who plays for Australia?
Not Kevin Durant.
Exactly, not Kevin Durant.
I
We're
mean,
talking
they have some solid players like Patty Mills, some good vets, but if you tell me if you name me a team with Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Draymond Green, that team's winning the championship.
yeah,
Um,
off rip.
So it is exhibition once again. If they are going to lose, which should not happen really with the amount of talent, but if they are going to lose, just have those losses now. Just get them out of the way because
Preseason,
yeah.
yeah, get those out the way. I
And
agree with that.
we also have to recognize it's a new coach. I mean,
Yeah,
Coach K, I think coached the Olympic team for like 80 games, something crazy.
yeah.
So I have full faith in Popovich. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
I think, like you said, get these L's out the way. It's exhibition, so there's nothing going on any record. I will say this: Australia team has Patty Mills, Joe Ingles from Utah, and Matthew Dellavedova from those Cleveland days with LeBron. So they got some okay players
That's East
for the
High.
NBA. For the NBA, now FIBA and the NBA, two different leagues. Two different leagues. The problem with the NBA and how they go through the system. When I say the system, I mean how NBA players are growing up to be how players are growing up to be NBA players. You got team ball, you got AAU ball, you got league ball, you got all of these different plays to play, where ways to play and places to play in, and
Different
how
ways,
they
places to showcase.
exactly. And the difference between American basketball and let's just say like the EuroLeague, where you got Luka, you got Jokic, all of these guys, um, Kristaps, they're playing team ball. USA is all right. We got the best player. All right, we're gonna run it through him. ISO, whatever the case it is. There's and I think this is gonna be something that, and it's ironic that Greg Popovich is the team coach because if you recall that 2014, 2015, or 2013, 2014 finals between the Spurs and the Heat, where it was always a pass and a three, pass three, pass three. That's what's gonna have to be implemented with this team. Yes, you have Kevin. Yes, you have Jason Tatum. But these guys are gonna have to really start doing more team ball, setting screens, pick and roll, backdoor cuts, all those things that they're the ones that are usually that's usually done for them. Everyone's gonna have to start doing that. No, like pick and roll. Okay, I'm an ISO and I'm a no. That ball needs to be moving. And Kevin Durant being the best player on that team, he's gonna have to initiate that. He's gonna have to set that tone. But Greg Popovich, I understand being a new coach and in this type of grand stage, we're talking about the respect from other countries. He's gonna have to show up. He has the most wins, if I'm not mistaken, in NBA history as a coach. He's gonna have to take everything he knows and everything he's accomplished from the NBA to here, you know. And I would love to have seen LeBron play, Melo play, Carmelo of course,
Curry.
Steph, of course, maybe Kyrie. Like, yeah, I would love to have seen these guys. Jimmy Butler, like players that we really want to see. Of course, we want to see KD, but the box office for sure with Kevin, LeBron, and Steph. But much love to these players. Track, swim, COVID really took a hit on us. This is what we supposed to have gotten last year, but we got it this year, and I'm blessed to be able to say that we're getting this Olympic trial over here, and it's in Japan. Much love to Japan. Love Japan. I would love to visit there. Cheyenne, of course, he would love to visit there too. Much love. I would like to say though, still on the topic of basketball, it was just like around last year, this year where we were doing this podcast and we're just so down bad. Where's the NBA? Every week it was, well, it's reported that Adam Silver's gonna have it in New York, or no, he's gonna have it in Florida, and it's gonna be like we were so down bad. And look where we are now. A year later, we got the Utah Jazz was number one. Milwaukee was number one in their respective conferences. Things we weren't expecting. We got um, what's his name? Jordan Clarkson, sixth man of the year. Like we have up and rising stars now. Kristaps and Porzingis. Wait, that's the same person. Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis in the same team. We got Kawhi Leonard and um, PG-13 healthy on the same team. Like we got what we wanted. We got a good year of basketball. Of course, we didn't have LeBron. We didn't get what we really wanted, but we got LeBron James, number 6, back. I'm really happy to see what he can do with that number. Anthony Davis, the what sports brings to communities, to low income communities, to the African American community, i.e., basketball and football, and any sports. What sports does for people, for kids, it brings us together. It's football, American football, basketball, baseball, rugby, volleyball, badminton, tennis, individual sports as well, swimming, all of these athletic outlets and sports activities. It brings us together. It gives us something to look forward to. It gives us something to. We could be total strangers, but we're rooting for this person or for this team. It brings that camaraderie. It brings that togetherness. In a time like this, I understand COVID and the new Delta variant and things like that. We still need to have that camaraderie. We still need to have our eyes looked out for, not just for ourselves. And I know it's dangerous and everything and it's scary, but let's have our eyes open for other people as well. This is still a confusing time for the world, but the fact that we're still able to have these things back, such as NBA and and NFL and sports and movies theaters are opening and we're having great movies coming out. The fact that we can have the things that give us that peace, that give us that comfort, going back to eating out, we should be appreciative of that, and I'm appreciative of that. We're all a big family under one person at the end of the day. We all bleed the same color. We may be different. We may be different in height and color and ethnicity and religion and hair color and all of that, everything. But we still bleed the same color, and that's what makes us one. We're all different, but we're the same. We're made differently. Wait, I want you to say it. I want you to say it because we came up with that, but you came up with it.
We're made differently but built the same.
We're made differently, but built the same. Exactly. We're made differently, but built the same. Remember that. Remember that. Because at the end of the day, we're all growing in this. We're all learning to be better versions of ourselves. But as long as you have that drive to be better than what you were yesterday, what can stop you? Retired. I'm exhausted from work. Cheyenne, not only does he go to work every day, he plays soccer every day for hours. And it bothers me. I try to get him on the phone. He's not available. But I know he's doing something that is putting his body to be healthier, which is also going to put his mind to be healthier. And I have to respect that. I do. Be aware of who is in your surrounding, who is in your circle, because if they're not pushing you to be better, if they're not pushing you to be yourself, don't have them around. And that's okay. Because like Cheyenne knows, less is more, and there's plenty of us. For real. If you gotta do this thing solo, guess what? Go for it. I'd rather be alone than be empty in a room full of fake people or fake friends, whatever you want to call them. Real talk. There's nothing wrong with being yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not knowing yourself off rip, not knowing yourself 100%, because we're still growing. But be yourself, learn yourself, okay? Don't ever compare yourself. Don't compare yourself. When you're working out, when you're playing sports, I hate, I hate the LeBron versus Jordan debate, because we already what more can we talk about today? Sure, in 5 years we'll be able to say, okay, LeBron got a few more rings, but what more can we talk about today? Nothing much, really. We've already said it all. Don't compare yourself. Do not, because your story and you is different from everyone else. Don't try to don't fit in, because if you can't stand out by trying to fit in. You can't be both. You can't stand out and fit in. Okay? You're gonna stand out by being you. That's a guarantee. Cause I did that. I do that. Just be you and believe in yourself. Remember from last week. Believe in yourself. And that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit more today. What How big is your ladder? How big is your ladder? There's little ladders, there's the medium ladders, there's tall ladders, and there's really tall ladders. You need to know how big your ladder is, because we all have one. And as soon as you know how big your ladder is, that's how much you can prepare yourself for. Because if I know I have a really long, tall ladder, I know there's going to take a long time to get up to the top. And I know that it's going to be well worth it by the time I get up there. If you have a short ladder, okay, you don't have to climb so much. You don't have to climb so much. You don't have to worry about so much. You just got to be yourself, you know? Be
Right.
yourself through everything.
But it's not about climbing the ladder, it's about getting to the top.
Right. That's the end goal, getting to the top. But if you gotten there so far, if you started the climb, don't stop in the middle. Don't be complacent. Don't ever be complacent. Keep going. I started my climb to the ladder to L.A. with the help of Cheyenne. I tell the story to people who are willing to listen. I was at work doing OT. It was late I do night shifts back then. At work doing my job and also planning for the future with my best friend right here that you see on the phone with me. Helping me get here. It wasn't financial help. It wasn't helping me, hey, I'm gonna loan you this, I'm gonna give you this. No, it was, and I told you, I need you to be honest with me. I said, this right here is super important. Be honest with me. Do not hold back. And in every way possible, he was not only honest, but he was respectful and he was motivational. He told me the numbers. He ran the numbers by me. He told me this is what it's going to take. If you get paid this and your rent is this is, remember those talks? Remember that talk? And you said, you got it. It's not going to be easy, but knowing you're going to make it work. And look where I'm at. Look at where I'm at. And this was October. This was September, October, before I even knew I was going to be here officially. And look where I'm at. It's not easy still. Life ain't sweet still, but it's not bitter. Not a bitter bone in me. Be around, if it's even yourself, you better be talking to yourself like you're the best in the world. But I'm fortunate with a friend like Cheyenne and other friends that have my, not only my back, but my sides and my front. I'm very fortunate. How big is your ladder? As soon as you know how big is your ladder, you can prepare for the climb. Always prepare yourself. Remember that talk, that phrase about preparedness? Enlighten us again.
Failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Failing to prepare, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Exactly. Prepare yourself for this climb. You're not just gonna climb Mount Everest without the proper gear, the the proper mindset. No, you're not. Same with this ladder. Is your ladder stable? Did you put the things down for it to be stable? Are your hands sweaty? Are your hands dirty? Are you looking up? Do you know how long it is? Are you ready for this climb? Prepare yourself. Do not give up in the middle. Do not go a single step if you're not ready to go to every step. Do not waste your time. As soon as you know how big your ladder is, you can prepare yourself for the climb. And the climb to the top is not going to be easy. You're going to get tired. Definitely if your ladder is big. Definitely if your ladder is big. Just know how big your ladder is, because we all got one. I'm just saying. But, and off the topic of last week, just knowing yourself, being yourself, believing in yourself, ain't nothing going to change. Keep your faith high. Keep your faith high. I believe in you. One thing I want to talk about, though, more about, what we should be talking about more of is mental health. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have the patience or the drive to go out and commute to a therapist, I highly suggest betterhelp.com. That is BETTERHELP.com. It is spelled exactly how it sounds. You can put in your information. You put in your information, your ethnicity, what are you seeking, what counseling and therapy you're seeking for. Is it family issues? Is it stress? Is it depression? Is it, you know, religion things based issues? Whatever it's for, they're going to have a counselor to accommodate and meet your needs. You want to talk on the phone? You want to talk through FaceTime, through text, through email, whatever the case it is, it has your back. And you can cancel anytime. There's no contract or none of that. Believe me, there's help. There is help. And as a man, it can be hard to express your feelings in this world because, for generations it's all right, the man is the macho man. He's supposed to be the provider. He can't have feelings. He's supposed to be, Bob the Builder and everything, hustle, all of that, testosterone and muscles and everything. We can't say anything because if we say anything, then we're simps, then we're simpletons, then we're beta or beta. We're not alpha, we're beta. You know, if we say anything remotely of emotion, it's we're not a real man. Then how can we voice our feelings without being judged? Guess what? All of those things don't matter because you have a voice. Use it. There's going to be people who are going to listen, and not just listen to you, but hear you. Two different things. Hear me, because if you can hear me, you can feel me too. You can listen to what I say, but if you don't hear it, if you can't feel it, it's not going to hit. You're not going to be what needs to be done. I need you to feel me. I understand it is hard finding an outlet, a positive outlet to voice your opinion, to voice your feelings, your emotions. You're depressed. You have anxiety. You're not feeling good about yourself. You're insecure about how you look. I know there's things amongst men. I know women, and women tell you all the time, or on TikTok and social media, men have the highest suicide rate amongst men and women. Think about it. You can voice your feelings, your emotions, how you feel, and what you're feeling. If you want, you can voice it in the comments down below on the YouTube. You can voice it to us on our Instagram page, the L.A Khalil Pod. You can voice it to us personally in our personal inboxes. You can voice it to people. You can voice it to us. You can trust us. No one. We're no better than any of you. No one. We're no better, and no one's better than us. I talk to him sometimes when I feel comfortable saying it out loud. I'll talk to him. I'll talk to Cheyenne. Vice versa. I pray that you can find someone that you can have as a friend or someone you can trust to let yourself out. I'm talking to all men. I know with the social media and with social media and what the society expects out of men. Be yourself. Most importantly, me, I am a human being. I am a man. I am Khalil. Then there is podcaster. Then there is songwriter. Then there is everything else. But I'm a human being with feelings, with emotions, and I have every right to voice them without being without prejudice, without fear of being called out of my name or treated differently. So does women, of course. It's about time that we can have freedom and say how we feel. How do
Right.
you, how do you feel, Cheyenne? How do you feel right now? How do you feel?
I feel great. And on that same subject, uh, Drake was with Amari Bailey's mother at the Dodgers Stadium. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Pretty interesting. I don't blame Drake. I don't fault him, but damn, that shit escalated quickly. Like he wasted no time. I remember seeing the Instagram post of Drake standing next to her at the game,
Mm-hmm.
and the next day,
Remember, I don't know how this has to do with the subject that we were just on.
it it has no relation to what we were talking about, but there's a connection.
Got you. I understand.
Yeah,
But before we get that, um, again, betterhelp.com it's on the phone, it's on the computer, it's there. You don't have to go face to face with nobody. Okay, you can be home, comfortable, all of that. Okay. Drake. Okay, certified lover boy, trapping out the motherland. Well, he did change his bio to certified, so he's certified. You know what I mean? He has the paperwork. He has. Not only does he have the paperwork, he has the resume. And when you have the resume, you have the clarifications, the qualifications. You know, he has a history of this, of being certified. But the cakes, I mean, on the case of this, he's in Dodger Stadium, but he can't even dodge the paparazzi, man. Dang, man. Come on, man. You rented out a baseball field for a date. That is you have to be certified. You trying to order the lemon pepper rings? You know, you gotta have the link before you order these. Drake has the link. You don't just get to rent out Dodger Stadium for nothing. Now he has the link for sure. And Drake, listen, man. We DM often, and when I mean me, I mean me. You don't respond. I get it. You're a busy guy. I talked to 40 though. You need to hurry up with this album because you're on a timetable. But the time is only getting shorter, and so is the table. You said before the summer is over. We're in July. How long is the summer? Till August? Maybe? September? October?
no, I take that
I
back.
I think maybe half of September. I think we have until half of September. I don't know. I'm not
We
good with
both don't know
seasons.
what we're talking about, but it's soon. The
Soon, yeah,
table is getting wobbly. I don't know how
exactly.
long it's gonna be standing.
The legs on this table are breaking,
Right.
and that's a problem, Drake. So I mean Aubrey. Okay, thank you. Respect us. All right. You put the inch. Okay. Not only did Drake said this album was coming out last year, he said, okay, it's gonna be in January. Then you're gonna break your ACL. Tear your ACL, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to perform this shit. Just fucking put the album out. Like it's not that simple. I mean, it's not that hard. It's quite simple. Put the album out. Put the merchandise out. I'ma buy it. I'm gonna buy the album too. I'm actually gonna buy it. I'm gonna. I'm going to actually buy this Drake album. So I don't have to worry about Spotify not working. Shout out to Spotify. I'm buying this album. Get the $20, 12, 13, 15. I don't care. I'm buying that merch. Because that merch is going to be nice. Hoodies, especially, specifically, really. Now, with that being said, music. J. Cole, the off season. We never really got to talk about it. But J. Cole, thank you to J. Cole. You are a real one. Hunger off Hillside? Mwah. Interlude. Mwah. 100 mil. Mwah. I love it. Thank you, J. Cole. Thank you. Snow Allegra. Lordy, Lordy, Michael Jordy. I love Snow Allegra. I
Yeah, I think
love
that
Snow Allegra.
her body of work is great.
Her, you put me in a bit of a pancake here.
A bit of a pancake. I've never heard that saying before.
Is it her body of work or her body? Okay, you know what? You got me. Listen, she
Both,
is.
both. I'm gonna go with all the above. I'm gonna go with
I didn't.
body of work, discography, and music. I'm gonna go with all four: A, B, C, and D.
I was gonna go with just body, but we're not gonna objectify women here. Um, yeah, I agree. I love Snow. It's I wouldn't be who I am if I wasn't able to let you know that at first I was calling her Snaw Allegra because it's Snoh. I thought it was like Sna. I didn't know Snow. I never thought of like Snow. I just calling her Snaw Allegra since 2017 up to like 2020. But she's amazing. Her music is only getting better. You should check out Feels. That's a great album or EP or whatever you want to call it. Great body of work on that. She's only getting better and she's already the best.
I mean,
So
you said earlier how important it is to surround yourself with people. She was Prince's prodigy. Prince. We're talking
yeah,
about Prince.
yeah,
Um,
Prince.
he worked with Pharrell.
Yeah.
Pharrell co-produced that album. That's when you're around people like that, and you just because she's also really good at producing. She has a
hmm
great feel for music. When you're around people like that, it makes it so much easier.
And it's not just it's more than just being around. It's about how are you using that time around these people to better yourself and better them, of course, because it's not just about ourselves, it's about the people, the party involved. What are you doing to be better than what you were yesterday? Because if I'm around Drake and I'm not getting no inspiration, or I'm not asking questions, what am I doing? If I want to play basketball, I don't want to be great. I want to be a teacher, not just a student of the game, but one day be a teacher of the game. And I'm around LeBron, and I'm not asking any questions. Or if I'm not asking for any advice or anything that personally you've gone through and you learned from, then what am I doing? Use your
Exactly.
time here wisely, my guys.
Basically,
Kids,
what you're trying to say is don't just be around people, but surround yourself with other people.
exactly. Don't just be around, be what's around. Don't just be, in a circle. Be in the middle of that circle. Move that circle. You get what I'm saying? You're in the car, but you're not driving it. You're in the passenger, but no one's in the driving seat. How's the car gonna move? Be something. Be around places that are moving, around people that are moving forward, that are moving upward. If you're thinking about it like this, if you're depressed and you're surrounding yourself by people who just like to smoke and drink and do drugs to suppress their feelings, you're not gonna get better. You're gonna get worse. And I hate to, I don't know, and I'm sorry if that sounds like way off and offensive, but you're only gonna make yourself worse. If you're going and dealing with depression or suicidal feelings, you're never gonna get better by doing things that are only gonna keep you from getting better. It's only gonna suppress how you feel. It's not gonna get rid of it. I've seen it. That's why I don't do it. You need to let it out. You can let it out. Because pouring a bottle into your system is only gonna keep what you're feeling down, not out. You need to let it out. You need to talk to yourself. You need to let the self know, I'm not feeling good. You don't need to let social media know. You just need to let yourself know. And you need to let a friend know or someone know. I understand we live with our family, and sometimes our parents are the ones that make us depressed. So how can we say, yo, I'm depressed, and guess what? You made me this way, or you're making me feel this way. It's hard, and I pray that you have a friend, or maybe you can write it out to yourself. Write out your feelings. Come up with ways to make yourself feel better. It it is important to know how you're feeling. It's important to know the proper things of how you're feeling, the proper names and everything. It's also important to do something about it. Don't just know how you're feeling, do something to change how you're feeling. If I feel bad, okay, I know my arm is hurting. I'm not just gonna keep my arm in the position that it's hurting or making it hurt. I'm gonna do some stretches, right? I'm gonna do some stretches. I'm gonna move it a little bit. If I know my head is hurting, oh, wow, I have low blood sugar. I haven't ate. Okay, I need to eat. I need to drink some water. I need to breathe in, breathe out. I didn't have things. I already know there's things for me to make myself feel better. And me personally, I have low blood sugar. And sometimes I just forget to eat cuz work out, work. And sometimes I don't feel good to the point where I just don't want to eat. And that's a problem that I have to fix.
I will say though, you're looking good in that shirt. You're filling that shirt out. It's looking nice.
I don't
You've
really
been
mean to.
lifting. You've been lifting heavy, but you haven't been carrying the weight.
Thank you. And if you would please repeat yourself again. Please repeat yourself.
Said you've been lifting heavy, but you haven't been carrying the weight.
I've been lifting heavy, but I have not been carrying the weights. Not at all. I I thank you for the great and kind words. As you should compliment me. I've I've just been motivated. I've been motivated to enhance myself and not be complacent. I don't want to just be toned. I mean, I'm glad to be getting toned and getting in a good spot, but I want to be in a better spot. You and a few other people that are well versed into this fitness area. Um, I just been motivated, and I don't want to be complacent. And I'm glad to have such a support group in such a hard thing to get into, such as fitness and working out, because it's more than just oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. It is, what are you gonna do at the gym, how many reps, what are your goals, how long you gonna be there. Then you got food, you got dieting, you got sleep,
Eating, and then also,
eating.
and-
What are you eating, how much are you eating, when are you eating?
but also, what are you consuming in your body?
Exactly, because my kids know not to say the F word. So when we talk about consumption, we talk about nutrients, nutrition, not food.
Even eat food. I used to.
I don't eat food. I
My
don't.
mindset is more pointed towards consumption.
Yeah. I mean, we partake in such a consumer base field, so consumption is really important to us. You know, and we're plant based. We are organic consumers. Okay, we don't do anything else. Okay, we are vegan. No milk. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it is the best feeling you can have is having someone that cares about your health, fitness, your physical health, and your mental health, your emotional health. That's why I say emotional well-being. How are you feeling today? Are you stressed out? Are you depressed? Are you feeling anxious? You know, for a couple of days I've been feeling anxious, and it may just be because of the being in a new environment, being around new people, and when Sunday hits, you're excited for the new week. So it's regular, it's normal to get anxious for the new week because you're excited for it. You know what I mean? And it's like it's a good and scary anxious. It's like
It's
I
a
want,
weird feeling. It's kind of similar to like the first day of school.
yeah,
Like nothing's gonna happen. There's not gonna be tests, obviously.
nah,
It's just gonna be an easy day, but it's just that weird feeling that it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a good feeling.
yeah.
Like, kind of
It's
just makes me feel a little uneasy.
exactly like I want to drive, but I want to let go and relax. You
Which
know, I'm
that
so
gives me like so much respect for like any athlete performing at the highest level. Because man, imagine like you're playing in the finals. I wouldn't even be able to sleep at night.
oh
Like
my
when
goodness.
you have something the next day that's just like so exciting and big that you just can't sleep. Or maybe not can't sleep, but when you normally sleep for 7 to 8 hours, that night you only sleep for 4 to 5.
All right.
So that's inspiring.
It's I wouldn't even be able to go to sleep. I'd just be throwing up. Like, I'm in the finals. You know what I mean? Like that is such, or like performing on stage and like Coachella. You know what I mean? Or and these big events. These big concerts or your own concerts. Like, yo, I
Yeah,
did this.
especially with artists, and that's like you were saying earlier, they turn to substances.
Yeah,
Once you're on that stage, that itself is a high
yeah.
that you can't match. But what happens when you come off that stage? That calm down,
You want to get back into it.
right?
You,
And obviously, you're not performing 24 hours a day. So what do you use to fill that void?
you use sleep. Try to get as much sleep as you can. That's when surrounding yourself around good people comes into play. Your manager,
Especially when you're sleeping.
exactly. Your manager, your fitness. Drake has his own fitness person. Drake has his own coach, his own fitness coach, own boxing coach, his own shooting coach. I think what's
That shooting coach, he better be doing his job.
yeah, he should.
What I've seen of late is
Mm,
not up
tough.
to Drake's standard.
It's not up to six God standards. But
Right.
like it's all about who you surround yourself in those when you're in those type of positions of displaying your excellence, you know? And it is our responsibility as creators to have the right people in our corners, you know? You have to have that ability. Yo, I know family and everything like no man. I need to focus on myself and my greatness and if I feel the need to have to cut some people off just so I can continue to be great, that's a decision you're gonna have to make, or I'm gonna have to make.
Yeah, I've seen you make that decision.
I don't know what that. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? Well,
It,
who?
it's not about the meaning. It's about the
The definition.
yeah,
It's not the meaning. It's the purpose. It's the purpose.
yeah. And I've seen you, with the cursing. You need to tone it down sometimes. You
Listen,
need more respect.
is it respect or a feeling of genuine connection? Okay. Listen, I have respect for you. I just don't give
You
it.
clearly don't show it.
I don't give it. I have it for you. It's packaged, but I just haven't given it to you. So that's the thing. I
Because you
do
don't
have.
have respect for you. You've seen it time and time again.
I don't see the respect, but I know it's there.
Yeah,
I
it's in
know
your
it's.
line of vision.
Speaking of vision, I do have glasses now. I would like to show them, because why not?
2020 vision.
2020 vision.
You want
You
to drop
chose.
that? You want to drop that 80 degrees first? No.
80 degrees is way, way, way too hot right now. But shout out to Kanye. If I can get this thing open. I got the bands. Shout out to Ray. I can see though. Okay. Oh, bars. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at me. Look at me. Look at you being mad. I can see. Look at you being mad. I can see.
You see, but you
Look.
still don't have vision.
Look what you be mad at. Look at you being mad. I can see. I can see good. I can see me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at me. Um, yeah, I would like to thank Ray and Bands for this incredible opportunity, this business venture. It's been incredible so far in our story and our chapter that we are planning out. The vision is there, as you can see, and so is the 2020. So we're here. Or
Khalil.
2021 vision now, I guess. I don't know.
No, we're gonna keep it 2020.
We're gonna keep it. Yeah, we're gonna keep it even. 2020. Okay.
We're gonna call it the 2020 Olympics. It's gonna be the
Yeah, it just wouldn't be the same. So, with that being said, listen. Just be yourself. You know, acknowledge how tall your ladder is. How tall is your ladder? It's about when I mean ladder, of course, I mean like what is your destination, right? And if you want to go far, you're gonna have a long travel. If you want to go down the street, it's gonna take a few minutes. But I want to go far, and so I'm aware that my travel is gonna be long. But there are also the steps of being prepared, the road of preparation. So as long as you have those things in place, have the right people in place, the right mindset, the right attitude, the motivate. I said the self motivation. Don't just have people motivating you. You need to have self motivation. You need to wake up motivated. Not, I need to check my Instagram or anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna find motivation through Cheyenne. No, I'm gonna find my motivation through me. Cause I'm the best in the world, and that's just a fact. And that's facts. Monster Muhammad, like my third cousin. Facts.
remember the
Okay.
next bar that we made.
I don't remember it, and I think with that being said,
Oh, I
it's
don't
time.
remember either actually.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I don't want us to get canceled. We just came back. Listen, everybody, we love you. Love always. Much love to everybody. To everybody. Yeah. I understand that we're not perfect. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. We're no better than anyone, and no one's better than you, and no one's better than us. Talk to yourself. Talk this thing out. Acknowledge yourself. If no one's gonna acknowledge your greatness, you better know your greatness. You need to know your greatness. All right, strive for it. Continue to strive for greatness. Continue to strive to be better than yourself than yesterday. We're all, you know, like Kobe said, the worst thing we can do is think that we have time to do something later or tomorrow. No, time is an illusion. Time is made up. Okay, no one. Think about it. Some white guy came up with time. Think about it. Why do we continue to listen to white men? Okay,
Right, it's a tool of colonization of minorities.
can you repeat yourself?
Time is a tool of that white people use to colonize minorities.
Exactly. So I'm
Uh,
taking his word. I'm taking your word for that. So I'm holding you
no,
to that.
don't take my word for
No,
that.
I need that. Can you write that down for me, please? With a signature and a timestamp, please. Look at you using time. Look at me using time still. Look at me using timestamps.
I'm saying. So with the whole recording episodes thing,
I know, right?
time is not
I'm
time
n-
is not it's not existent. So I'm gonna apply that to the recording episodes.
yeah. I'm not good at time management either, so I have no management in that department. So, with that being said, we love y'all. I hope you have a really great day. Are we missing anything? Are we missing anything? I don't
No.
think we are. I think we kind of hit the nail into the coffin multiple times. Love yourself, okay? Love yourself. Treat yourself. Know yourself. It's not gonna take a day. It's not gonna be over a day, overnight. No, it's gonna take some time, and that's as much time as it takes, really. It's gonna take yours. It's gonna take yourself being dedicated. It's gonna take yourself being committed to yourself. It's gonna take yourself going through trial and error of learning yourself. What do you like to eat? What you don't like to eat? What are you good at? What do you need improvement on? It's gonna take as much as you're gonna put in. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All right. I love y'all. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your night. Episode 43. It is a wrap. It is 44? No, this is episode 44, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a wrap.
It's a
Shy on
wrap.
the jam.
It's a wrap, and we didn't even take any.
It's been a wrap. It's a wrap. No chances. Not at that. We love y'all. Cheese.